Hey everybody, James Schofield again, and I'm out for a little night walk. Had to take a little bit of time away. The White House posted something with, of all people, Nicki Minaj, and she had made a comment about how Trump has, given us hope against the bad guys. So I made a comment on that White House Facebook post, and just something along the lines, pretty smart alecky, really, but how Nicki Minaj was right about one thing, and that's, we do have hope. And I said that despite our losses, despite everything that's happening, every small victory against Trump's authoritarian will gives us hope. I wanted to come on and address just the comments that came in. It was so fast. A lot of them used a certain word that I thought was gone, to be honest. A word that, honestly, I hadn't heard since junior high. And that'd be the R word. Lately has been normalized by President Trump. And I wanted to bring this up. Creating labels and creating insults and just other things in general like that. It's a way to dehumanize people. Creating a way to discredit them. Creating a way to take away their agency. A way to make them less than in other people's eyes. And I want to bring this up because it's a classic move by authoritarians. It's a way to discredit those who might criticize you. These people who are in my comments now, who are just spewing this hate, which, by the way, some of them also are replying by saying that all I do is clearly live in hate. And no, that's just not true. I typically don't hate anyone. I hate what Trump is doing to this country, and I'm actively fighting against it. That's plain and simple what's happening. Again, I really wanted to point out, this is a classic tool that authoritarians use in order to discredit people that criticize them, in order to take away their agency, in order to take away their ability to fight. And clearly, Trump's doing a very good job of it. And that's the thing. Trump is a master brander. He is great at branding things. And that's really what he's been doing. And by bringing this R word back, at the end of the day, all he's doing is providing more tools to dehumanize others who don't agree with him. By simply throwing out the R word at somebody who disagrees with Trump's authoritarian views, it's a way to discredit that opinion without providing any sort of credible response to actually refute the opinion. I regularly, whenever I have these conversations, engage with stats, with facts, with figures, with evidence, credible evidence, fact-based evidence. And these people who are throwing out these slurs in order to try to discredit me or otherwise insult me, those people, again, they're not coming with any sort of evidence. So the most that they're coming with is, the slur. And another way, too, is saying, what have the Democrats done? I'll wait. Which is another tactic. It's the prove me wrong tactic, where somebody makes a claim without any evidence, and they're telling others, you have to prove me wrong. No, that's not how a debate works. That's not how conversation should work. Because in a proper debate, whenever you make a statement, You're supposed to have the evidence to back it up. I have repeatedly, whenever I have brought up statements such as Trump is a fascist. And again, that's a word that triggers a lot of people, especially here in America. By me pointing out that Trump's a fascist, and by the way, providing proof that he is, people have told me that I'm un-American. People have called me a traitor. People have said I should get my jaw wired shut. That's one of the reasons why I stepped away for a while, is just the exhaustion of the hate that people say that I'm spewing coming to me. I try to live my life without any sort of hate against anybody. I'll even say it here on camera. I don't hate Donald Trump. I hate what he's doing to the nation. I hate what the evidence has shown he's done in the past to women and to girls. I hate what he's turned people into, and I hate that he's normalized slurs and derogatory statements. And really, I hate that he's normalized bold-faced lies. You know, his first term, he had, somewhere along the lines of like 36,000 verified lies that he told during his first term. So I needed to take a walk and address this. If you go over to my Substack, which is just anthroforamerica.substack.com, I've been starting to write. So also too, if you're not viewing this on the YouTube, if you go to the Anthro for America YouTube, which I just recently created, I started trying to take the videos that I originally put on my personal YouTube over to it. Just because my personal YouTube, I'm doing like other things that have to do with like my voiceover, and I don't want all that, that cross content. So if you go over there, you'll start to see things that I've been posting over there as well. I welcome anybody who disagrees with my opinion to come out and tell me, and to refute it with evidence. Don't just insult me. Don't just call me slurs. Don't just say that I'm just a bleeding heart Democrat, because I'm not. I'm not a Democrat. The only reason why I voted Democrat recently is to vote against Trump. That's the only reason. Normally I vote independent, and in the past I've even voted Republicans. I invite people to go there, start to read the things that I've been writing that show that Trump is an authoritarian. Trump does engage in cult of personality. Trump does violate the Constitution repeatedly. And I provide the evidence. So if you disagree with that, provide the evidence that refutes my evidence. And let's have a conversation. Because the beauty of America is that we can have an opinion. And we can provide what we feel is the evidence that supports that opinion. At least right now. If Trump gets his way, we won't have that anymore. If you look on, again, some of my writings and look at my videos, you'll see the times that he has come out and actively tried to suppress free press, and where he's actively tried to suppress free speech. That's the first right to go under a fascist, because if we can't speak out, we can't fight against it. So that's just my little rant for today, just based off of the hateful comments that I was receiving, and I just hope that we can get back to a point where we can all disagree on policy, or we can disagree on how we approach a problem, but that we can all agree that we all support America. Once again, I'm James Schofield for Anthro for America, and thanks for letting me give you some sound.